Welcome to the fourth episode, if I'm not mistaken, of Pixels, Polygons, Fun, a video game podcast where we talk about anything under the video game sun. I'm your host, Raging Gingy. Along with me today is my very tired co-host, Mr. Pegasus. Pegasus, how are you, buddy?
I have a sunburn, and I wish for this problem to be solved by me being taken to the backyard by a man with a shotgun.
Oh, dear.
Sunburns make me want to die.
Well, that's why I avoid the sun. The sun is a giant, evil spear of death. So I try to stay away from it.
We'd all be dead.
Well, that was a very lovely start. We also have another person with us today, Mr.
I want to
DJ.
be murdered, and the sun is
be murdered.
We're all alive.
The sun is evil, and I want to be murdered. Anyway, we also have DJ Skywalker with us today. How are you today, sir?
It's 11 o'clock at night, and I have no idea why I agreed to this.
I have no idea why.
Oh, wait, I know why. Because I love messing with the ginger.
Where is the difficulty?
I have no idea why I agreed to this, and I'm one of the hosts.
I guarantee you guys are going to be giving me shit at multiple points during this episode.
Of course we are, because you're going to be the one talking the whole time. So
I do that almost every day of your life.
Well, I was about to say, with the topic of today's episode, Mr. DJ is going to help out since he was one of the main causes for me to get into that. But that is for the topic. So, with the introductions aside, let's go ahead and jump into the news. But first, I need to make a quick phone call, so we will be right back.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
And on to the news for you guys. We have three things to talk about. Did you guys, by chance, and I put quotes around the trailer for the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
I saw it.
Well, considering you forced me to see it.
Force is a very strong word.
You wrenched the remote from my hands to turn it on.
It was breaking. I haven't seen it.
And you were disappointed.
I wasn't disappointed.
Yes, you were.
The trailer was about 30 seconds.
You guys live in close vicinity of each other?
We do indeed. But the trailer...
But you can't blame me for everything that's wrong with him.
No, that's a long laundry list of shit. But anyway, it was a 30-second trailer that showcased Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Gyarados, which I also think aesthetic-wise it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then from a few screenshots, we've seen a few more customization options for Pikachu and Eevee.
Yes, make the children fight.
Exactly.
Make the baby kill.
And that pretty much covers that. Now, this second story that I found, I wanted to read through it real quick, and then I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on it. So,
Sure.
Court, a U.S. court, blocks the maker of a GTA online cheating program from selling them. Yesterday, and I'm pulling this article from Kotaku, by the way. Yesterday, a federal judge for the district court of New York issued a preliminary injunction against a man who was distributing cheating software, for GTA 5. He's prohibited from making or selling any more of that cheat programs. And Take-Two, who is the developer, or at least one of them for GTA, is seeking to recover, from what the article says, about $500,000 in damages as a result. And
is this for GTA 5 or GTA Online? Because those are two different monsters.
GTA Online, I should clarify.
Okay.
And Zipperer, who's the guy who made the cheating programs and was selling them, it appears that he is countering in the part that he is stating that his cheating software is a separate program and it doesn't count as a copyright infringement. But however, that didn't matter because the U.S. District Judge Lewis Stanton found Take-Two's claim credible enough to grant a preliminary injunction against any further distribution of said software until the court matter has been fully decided.
That's like saying, oh, I used this hacking program to hack your government computer, so I technically didn't hack government computer per se. I used a different program.
Right, I mean, it's just an upscaled version of the Overwatch stuff with like aimbots and stuff.
Right, I was about to say, what are your guys' opinions of cheating programs on online multiplayer?
It already has aimbots, though. It has auto aim.
Yeah, but that's not the point of the game.
So, what are your guys' opinions then on online, like cheating on online games? So, specifically in this case, GTA Online. How do you guys feel about that?
As long as you're not affecting other players, I don't care. But you shouldn't be selling the software.
All right, from what I saw, he was selling the hacking program itself for about $10 or so.
Yeah, as long as you're not affecting other players in a negative way, like with that stupid campfire thing that happens, it's fine. I'm not gonna say I'm not grateful. Dude dropped a bunch of in GTA Online.
Your thoughts, DJ?
Considering it's an online game, I would have to say no cheating across the board. Especially with how dependent they are on servers, any kind of external software could cause damage anywhere.
That's a valid viewpoint.
I don't know how coding work. I just want to be
I failed coding class, and I know from a fact that even though I failed it, it's because one little error in the program can cause the entire thing to crash. So if that cheating software gets installed in the wrong port or something's in the wrong folder, your game's going to bug out, and you have no idea how that's going to affect through the servers. For all you know, there's a virus hidden in that thing that just activated.
So what you're saying is one little mess up and cause a ton of that explains Sonic 06. But
oh boy.
But all right, the final news for today I wanted to bring to you guys: Far Cry 5's third and last expansion is called Dead Living Zombies. So Zombies is coming to Far Cry 5.
Why do I have to pay for essential parts of video games separate from the video game themselves?
Because money.
Well, is it an expansion or DLC?
DLC. It will be releasing actually this month, believe it or not, August 28th.
And Far Cry 5 came out when? Like February?
Mm-hmm. And Dead Living Zombies wraps up the schedule of premium DLC that Far Cry 5 has promised since the launch on PS4, PC, and Xbox One in March of this year.
I mean, Far Cry 5, from what I've heard, is a pretty large game in of itself.
It is. I played a bit of it. It is a fairly large game.
So, I mean, if it's a large enough expansion, I can see why they would be having it separate, because it probably took a lot longer to program. But if it's just like the zombie levels on Call of Duty, then that probably wasn't worth it.
Oh, no, it's not going to be something like Call of Duty.
Although with that kind of setting, and from the sound of it, it sounds like they're trying to mimic the old classic Night of the Living Dead. So, there's that.
My thing is, just make your game in its entirety and then release it. You want to add, an extra character or maybe, one extra little stage. That's cool. If you're going to add an entire game mode, why was that not there from jump?
Maybe they didn't think of it. Maybe a fan put out a comment. What Far Cry 5 needs something for Halloween. Let's get some zombies. And I didn't think of that. Sounds cool. Let's do it.
Aliens in Far Cry 5 too.
Yeah, like I said, I hadn't played it.
What you're saying is developers listen to people when they're thinking about DLC?
Why not?
Hey, Nintendo! Kirby and Mario Kart 8, do it.
Do it.
Let's not.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Hurry up.
What? Xenoverse 2 is already on the Switch.
Oh, no, I'm talking about DLC shit.
Oh.
Supposedly, in the next update for Xenoverse 2, the netcode's finally fixed, so
Woohoo!
you can actually play online.
Pretty sure the
Huzzah!
next update for Xenoverse 2, I think I saw the next update for Xenoverse 2 is adding alt for that one evil chick.
Yeah, Mira's getting a swimsuit. Or Toa, yeah. Toa's getting a swimsuit.
Oh, dear sweet Jesus, that's going to set the internet on fire.
Well, it worked for Videl in 18.
We're going to see some naughty shit on the internet,
Wait,
folks.
what? Videl and 18 got bathing suits?
Yeah, they just made it more difficult to get them.
Hey, Google Images.
Oh, dear God, Pegasus.
It's like 777 TP medals per. But yeah, zombies from Far Cry 5. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right around the time for Halloween.
You know, when I was but a tiny little young lad, I had a crush on Pan from Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, that's adorable. Well, I mean, in all fairness, I'm sure we've all had one TV fucking crush.
What's yours, Gingy?
Oh, damn. You put me on the spot.
It's getting called out.
Very first one I would say that was noteworthy for me was Elreka from Elreka 7.
I've never heard of Elreka or Elreka 7.
Fantastic anime.
Sure you're not talking about Eureka 7?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
anime.
when that Eureka 7.
Oh, anime. I have a crush on like every female from anime. Anime doesn't count.
And then Asuna right under that one. But
Also, Dragon Ball GT is an anime. I'm tired.
Dragon Ball GT should be canon. Just saying.
No! Wait.
Anyway, we're gonna
I'd
drop the news there.
I'd rather GT be canon than Super, honestly. Fight me.
Oh.
They both need to be canon.
There's
your fight.
How dare you just... And you know what? We're gonna end the news right now. We'll be right back.
No. Hold on. One thing. If they were both canon, how would they explain the complete absence of Beerus, Whis, and Super Saiyan God in GT?
Goku was turned into a kid and can't do it, and Beerus and Whis don't give a crap about Earth.
Okay, but then why didn't Vegeta go blue against, like, Baby or whatever?
Because he's Vegeta and the story didn't care about him. Plus he got possessed by Baby for most of it.
I mean, I guess valid.
And it's not like Baby knew how to go God.
We're getting off track.
I was about to say, you guys, we're recording the podcast pretty late, so if we get off track a lot, I apologize ahead of time. But we're going to go ahead and cut it there. We will be right back, you guys, with what we have played this week. We'll be back. Welcome back, you guys. This is the second segment where we generally talk about what we've played in the last week or so. Little bit of a side note. This is episode 4, and we are recording it literally the day after we recorded episode 3. And so to you guys, it may look like that we're just spitting out 2 episodes, but our plan is to release these episodes weekly. So as soon as we get caught up to date,
situated, yeah,
we are planning 1 episode every single week, because we had a bit of a recording snafu with episode 3, and it took us 4 attempts to record episode 3 before everything worked, and I am in the process of editing episode 3 as we speak. But so it may look a little funky right now, so I apologize. Yeah, shattered it. But so yeah, it may look a little funky right now, but So in that case, since we can't really say what we played this last week, I mean, we can ask you that, DJ, but Pegasus, what have you played in the last day or so?
I actually did try something for the first time. I never knew what the battle tent was in Pokemon Emeralds, and you'll see this soon enough
Oh,
because I actually did this during my Let's Play of Pokemon Emerald, which I just recorded part 7 for, and it is now in the editing bank of my editor. But I was like, oh, I wonder what the battle tent is. Let's find out. And then I went to the battle tent and I destroyed the first battle and then proceeded to be destroyed in the second
makes sense.
by a Goldeen. You'll see it when you'll see it when it goes up. You'll see it when it goes up. That was just
I will
unfortunate
certainly look that
all
up.
around.
Is that all you've played in the last day?
In the last day, yeah, I think Pokemon Emeralds. Oh, I played H1Z1 Battle Royale for the first time. I did it
Ooh.
on stream, or at least I thought I did, but apparently the stream never went through, and the PlayStation 4 was lying to me the whole time.
Oh, damn. But how did it
So
play, though?
I thought I was streaming it, but I was not. It played pretty good. It felt similar to PUBG in terms of what I played on mobile, except you have to aim, and aiming is weird because if you don't aim, unlike in PUBG, you can aim, but it's better not to. But in this game, it's not better not to because your bullets will scatter everywhere if you don't.
Damn. Huh. I'm glad
I
to
miss
hear.
PUBG Mobile. I
I'll
can't
look
wait
into
until you
it.
give me your iPad. But
No.
yeah, I think that's it.
I myself, in the last day or so, I mean, I sound like a broken track record, but playing Pokemon Go. In fact, earlier today, I actually did a few raids. I got
I'm sorry, hold
Alolan.
on. Brief side tangent. Do you know what the term track record means? And
No.
what the saying broken record is supposed to represent and what it's insinuating? Broken track record is not track record is how often you're on time, your record, and broken record is referring to when the record, as in a record player, breaks, so it continues to play the same thing.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I have been repeating myself a lot. I've been playing Pokemon Go, and I did a few raids today, and I got a Alolan Raichu, and then I also got a Regirock earlier today, so I would call that a success. And then I've been playing more of Pokemon Yellow. I've been slowly, painstakingly trying to grind up my Pokemon's level so I can go tackle on the Elite Four.
Ooh.
But I'm not the only one who's played video games. Mr. DJ, what have you been playing this last week?
Oh, mostly just in the past day. I played some Xenoverse 2. Just to get back in it. I tried the World Tournament yesterday. They had an online thing going on where you put on your custom characters, and I found that the netcode is still absolutely atrocious. When I am getting hit and the other opponent is on the other side of the stage.
Wow.
Can we just, before we start talking about the topic, last minute change it to Dragon Ball Z games?
I'm down. That's fine with me.
And I also played some Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on my computer.
And you guys will never know what the original topic was.
Never. You could say that we are being quite infamous about not telling you.
Oh dear, you got him on it.
See what I did there?
You are a clever Clarence.
He thinks he's funny.
I better just delve right into these puns.
I'm leaving. I quit the podcast.
He thinks he's a Mr. Peabody when he's really just a Sherman.
Aww.
Get out. That's been DJ Skywalker, everybody.
Wah wah.
All right. Anything else you played? Oh,
I
should
played some
mention that.
Broforce.
Ooh.
I
What
love
is
Broforce.
Broforce? I've like seen the logo and heard the name and laughed about it, but I don't actually know what the game is.
It's basically it uses a like little I think would that be considered? I think they're considered 8-bit versions of like famous movie characters. Like you got the chick from Alien, Terminator, RoboCop, and you're just killing things.
Wait, there's a girl in Broforce? What the heck?
There's several girls. There's one with
I
a
want them
machine
like
gun
that.
leg. There's Tank Girl. There's the chick from Kill Bill.
And that was the day that all feminist listeners of Pixels, Polygons, and Fun stopped.
It's a really fun game. It's just a time waster. I just play the classic arcade mode, but it does have a campaign, and you're just killing demons and aliens.
Man, have y'all ever played Dive Kick?
Never heard of it.
No, I haven't
my
either.
God. You guys need to look up Dive Kick. It's like $5 on the PlayStation 4 store, and it's like the best thing.
Huh. And then we also played a bit of a Dokkan battle today as well, DJ.
I never count mobile games as actual games.
Damn. Kind of blows me out of the water then.
Well, that's your own fault. You were too busy drinking and watching ponies.
You know, I miss having the space to play actual good mobile games like Dokkan Battle, PUBG, and Pokemon Go.
One day.
I don't
One
know who
day,
made
Pegasus.
Pokemon Go.
Niantic.
You gotta Pokemon Go to the polls.
No. That died when she lost.
You know what? Pokemon Go to the polls will never die in my heart, in my soul.
I think you're talking to the wrong crowd. Gingy don't have one.
You right?
No. That hurt.
Says the one who actively admits it.
You know what?
If I hadn't interrupted, you would have said it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a very delicate human being.
We're like, I can tell Gingy is too. We're both like tired drunk right now.
No, I'm not. Not anywhere close.
No, I could hear it when you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I could hear
not
the tired drunk.
Not at all. But we'll go ahead and...
Let me tell a video game story real quick. I don't know if I told this in the podcast like before in episode 1 or 2, but I played Super Mario Brothers with the person who like moved into the back room of my house recently. And like I got like so like tired, but like I started acting drunk, and I was like, I think the best line from me when that happened was I saw a Hammer Brother, and he was like, "Oh, Hammer Brothers, I hate them." I'm like, "No, Hammer Brothers are nice guys. I saw one at the department store."
Wow.
He was very nice.
But all right, you guys, we'll go ahead and cut it off here, and we will jump into our topic for this evening, this night, this morning, wherever you're listening. Point remains, we'll be right back, you guys. And welcome back to our final segment. We kind of changed it last minute on you, so we apologize for any inconvenience. What are we talking about today, gentlemen?
I guarantee you this podcast is going to be 4 hours long because there's so much to say about this topic.
So I think we should limit it to maybe 3-4 games. 3 probably.
Do that. We literally.
Okay.
But don't you know, they always surpass the limits.
We were
Should
talking
have
about
seen that coming.
We're talking about Dragon Ball. You can tell how off the cuff the podcast is when we decide to randomly change the topic in the middle of the podcast. when I make a joke and everybody actually agrees, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually a good idea that you had as a joke.
So we're locking it down.
Yep.
So, seeing as how we have a guest, what would you say is your favorite Dragon Ball Z game, Mr. DJ?
Well, considering I still play it to this day, literally I actually played it today, it'd have to be Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I like that game, but the story mode is disappointing to me. I prefer Tenkaichi 2 just as like a game to play through in its story mode.
I will admit it's a very limiting story, but it's just something else to play through to try and unlock all the characters.
There's a lot more to like unlocking characters than just playing through the story in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which is like one of my main annoyances. I've had the game and have beaten the story, but there's still a bunch of characters I don't have. Because you gotta do stupid stuff to unlock them.
No, what would you say, DJ, that was your favorite thing about Tenkaichi 3?
My favorite. Honestly,
questions.
I would have to say it would have to be the roster. It to this day, it has the most amount of characters in any of the Dragon Ball. It has
In
ones
any
you never
fighting
thought
game.
would have been. That's a different kind of fighting game, so I don't really count it as that. It's not something you could like take to Evo.
No, but like he legitimately like in like Guinness Book holds that record. Most characters in a fighting game.
Yeah, it's like over 120 or something.
And it's the second most characters in any game ever of any genre.
Yeah.
No. What about you, Pegasus? What would you say your favorite?
Why are you doing this to me, Jinji? Why are you?
Well, I mean, you would think that since I asked DJ that question.
I thought I was just gonna go off and list a bunch of them, but we're like, no, what's your favorite? And I wasn't.
Well, we
prepared.
can do that too. I just figured it'd get a bit of a conversation.
Okay, I think if I had to like choose like in front of the barrel of a gun, I'd be tied between two, and I really couldn't pick. There's Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, which is like a big like life evolution story for me because like I watched videos of Raging Blast 2 on YouTube for years and I always wanted it. And then like finally I got it like years after I first started watching it on YouTube and I was like so ridiculously happy. Am I coming through?
Yeah, you're coming through.
Okay. Yeah, like what was funny is like I had $20 to spend at GameStop, right? And Raging Blast 2 was $25. So I went back outside to my mother and her boyfriend and I like started begging them, like one of them to give me $5.
Did they end up giving you $5?
Yes, they did. And then I got the game and I still have it to this day. Even though the case is really screwed up, but the game is in perfect condition and I still play it from time to time. It's just a really solid Dragon Ball Z fighting game. The only weak point is that it has no story. Which is why if in second place behind these two games that are tied is probably Tenkaichi 2, because I feel like that has like the best, most fleshed out story mode that goes through the original Dragon Ball Z story.
Okay.
And the second game that's tied for first place is probably, this is like a very unpopular opinion, I would assume, but Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure for the Game Boy Advanced.
I don't remember that one.
That is a game based on the original Dragon Ball where you play as Goku when he was a young child boy. And it's a beat 'em up where you go around the Dragon Ball world, you beat up a bunch of random enemies, and you play through the story of Dragon Ball from the beginning up to Goku killing King Piccolo.
What is this Dragon Ball? There's only ever been Dragon Ball Z and Super.
Lies.
Well, not according to American television.
Dragon Ball was in America, it just like did way worse than Z and Super.
For those of foreign nations, a quick trivia fact: in America, Dragon Ball Z aired first, and Dragon Ball did not air until the Frieza saga. You're welcome for this fun fact of the
Are
day.
you for real? Are you for
Yeah.
serious? That can't be right.
Look it up.
At the time, the
Not
Frieza
even,
saga hit a point where they hit a hiatus because of how long the manga was taking and doing the translations. So during that time, Toonami started airing Dragon Ball. That was the first
Not
time it
even-
ever aired.
Not even the stupid one with the dumb theme song?
Nope, that was never on a.
Dragon
There was.
Ball, gotta find the Dragon Ball.
I didn't see that until a DVD release my friend had. That version I
What, that
never
theme
saw on
song or the
TV.
show? Gotta find them all, the 7 magic balls.
Goku, he's gonna show you.
No, I'm
Yeah.
keeping this in.
I seriously thought TFS made that up for like their little Goku gaming series, but nope, it was a real thing from a Dragon Ball opening.
Well, they actually used it in the abridged series once. It's during the fake Namek
Yeah,
thing.
but they also like on TFS Gaming started a little show where they play as the Goku character and play games, and it's called Goku's Gonna Show You, and they play that part from the song at the beginning.
That they did.
So yeah, there's your
But-
Dragon Ball
Anyway,
trivia of
I
the day.
went off into a giant tangent. Gingy, what's your favorite Dragon Ball Z game?
Oh, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the Xenoverse titles, Xenoverse 1 and 2, but if I had to choose my
Boo.
favorite Dragon Ball Z game of all time, I would have to go all the way back to the Game Boy Advance, and my choice is going to be Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku 2.
Okay, for a brief second, I thought you weren't gonna say 2, and you were gonna say like, 2, and I was gonna be like,
No, Legacy of Goku 2.
I heard that one was okay, but the third one improved more.
Yeah, I love
I'm going to
Goku
sound like
Fury.
an idiot. I did not know that there was a third one.
I didn't either until a couple years ago.
yeah, we had that conversation, me and you. That's how you found out about it, because I told you.
I always knew about the Legacy of Goku.
No, I meant Boo's Fury, the sequel to Legacy of Goku 2.
Does that even have the Legacy of Goku tagline to it, or is it just Boo's Fury?
No, it's just Boo's Fury.
That's probably why I got mistaken.
It may have in Japan, but in America it doesn't.
I remember playing a little bit of Legends of Goku 2, but I didn't play a whole lot of it.
Sorry. Legends of Goku?
Legacy, whatever. It's late.
Legacy of Goku.
It's late. Looking at my phone,
I
it's got
know.
Legends on it.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
play
I
it
never
that
played
much.
that game. How is that game?
It is fun.
It's okay.
I like it.
It's much more of a game that requires your attention than Dokkan. Dokkan, you can just be
Yeah.
tapping your finger off to the side without looking at the screen and still win.
Especially if you're grinding up metals. You're not even
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at it.
You had quite the grinding adventure today.
I know. Finally got Vegeta, or the My
Vegeta with
Bulma. The My Bulma Vegeta to awaken GR, so that was fun.
Wait, the Bulma Vegeta is in the Battle of Gods when he gets pissed off?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll
The
pull up
card's
a
literally
quick
called
image.
Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta with Bulma.
Don't touch my Bulma!
That's literally his counter thing. He's a counter card, so every time he gets hit, it shows an animation of Bulma getting struck and then him getting pissed and firing off a Gallic gun.
I figured that would be like the quote before he like does his super move. Like,
I don't
how they,
even know if he
show
says
them
that.
saying something. Like they always show them like saying a little line before they do their ultimate move. I figured it would be that, like, don't touch my Bulma.
It's not even still the best animation in the game. In Japan, there's a card based off Bulla, their daughter from GT, where her super attack is she flies off screen, comes back on screen, pushing Vegeta in, and makes him and cheers him on to attack the enemy.
That's Beautiful.
Everyone gets a laugh out of it.
Honestly, I feel like they should have done more with Bulla as a character.
That they
Really?
should.
Well, they still haven't even done much with Pan.
Yeah, because
Well, I
she's
mean,
still
at
a
least
baby
I'm
in
talking
Super.
like I was talking like GT, so they did some stuff with Pan.
GT's not canon.
You know what? It's canon to me. It's canon in my heart.
Everyone loves Super Saiyan 4 until it gets beat by Super Saiyan Blue.
Lies. Nope. Lies.
Did you not see that?
According to Heroes.
Yeah, Super Saiyan Blue is stronger than Super Saiyan 4.
They didn't. It was a tie.
No, it wasn't.
In the actual game itself, there is an animatic where it shows that Blue wins.
No.
As much as I love Super Saiyan 4.
Speaking of which, for those of you in America, Dragon Tour is currently live going through the country. Go to it. They have English translated versions of Dragon Ball Heroes, and Bandai is looking for feedback on whether or not they'll bring the game to the States.
What
Please
even
do
is
it.
Dragon Ball Heroes besides that game with the really cool art?
It's an arcade game.
All the fan fiction characters.
It's an arcade game where you collect cards, and you can like put the cards on a scanner with them, and you can put the characters from those cards into the game and play with them. And it's fan service out the wazoo with non-canon stuff.
Is it a fighting game or is it like a tactical game?
It's from what I've seen, it's kind of like a turn-based fighting game.
Interesting.
You have like teams of 5, I believe, and then you attack.
I may look into Dragon Tour, but I'm sure it's like 3 out. I'm sure if they even play one in my state, it's like 3 hours from me and is like $1,000.
Dude, where you're at, you're more likely to get something than me and DJ. We're smack dab in the middle of a damn cornfield.
That's not an exaggeration either. Let's see. They've already hit their trips through San Diego and Washington, D.C. The next one is Toronto at the end of August.
Are they hitting Florida at all?
No, they are not. They are then going to Portland, New York City, and Dallas.
Man, freaking
With
Ninja Sex Party doesn't hit Florida. Game Grumps Live doesn't hit Florida, and now Dragon Tour doesn't hit Florida. What's wrong with Florida,
everything.
Man?
It also sucks because they have a lot of exclusive stuff at Dragon Tour. Like they have exclusive figures and cards. Like right now, Dragon Tour is the only place you can get the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito SH Figure Arts toy.
Damn.
Which kind of sucks. That is the only way to get that figure.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, for those of you who can visit Dragon Tour, you can go play Dragon Ball Heroes for yourself and get a card out of it. And you can have some of the first fully translated to English Dragon Ball Heroes cards.
Beautiful. They made Super Saiyan 4 Gohan.
Yes, they did. And Super Saiyan 4 Broly.
Oh, dear sweet Jesus.
And upcoming to the game in Japan, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito.
Oh, shit.
That was revealed earlier last month. The Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is coming in their next update.
Man, have any of y'all... This is like not even that popular, so it's a big stretch, and I'm sure you've never seen it, and it like doesn't exist anymore. Have any of y'all seen that sprite-based fan series called by a YouTuber named Blaze Jakar called Dragon Ball AF?
Yes.
I've seen the manga.
You have?
Yep. Super Saiyan 5.
God.
I've seen the manga.
That's a separate thing. This guy like took that Super Saiyan 5 and like just used that, and the rest of it was like his own like thing.
I just like the fun fact about the one who did the AF manga now does the Super manga.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
Gingy, I cannot believe you've seen Blaze Jakar AF. I'm in awe that I've met another human being who has seen that.
Shocker.
I actually like reached out to Blaze Jakar on Facebook and I'm like, dude, like, I want to watch your episodes, but I can't because they're nowhere.
Did he ever respond?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, it's something about he couldn't keep the website up for some reason. I know copyright was kicking his ass everywhere else, and he was gonna send me like a zip file with all the episodes, but it was like too big to send anywhere. Anyway, enough.
You should have tried Google Drive. If it's a massive files on that.
Okay, enough with Blaze Jakar AF for now. We have Dragon Ball games to talk about, and we don't have much time to do it.
Oh, what else have I?
Well, there's always everyone's favorite Dragon Ball game, Budokai 3.
Yeah.
I want to like Budokai 3, but I can't figure out how to play it.
I never could either. I just figured out the few shortcuts.
Like, I just press buttons until I hopefully do a Dragon Rush.
I hated that move so much.
I think Dragon Rush is cool, but if I knew how to do it, it'd be cool. If I'm not just mashing buttons until it happens.
And it's always a good way to ruin your fight is when they go into that random chance thing.
But when you do it, it's really cool.
And then they guess it on the first try.
Yeah, that's feels right there. That's 100% feels. Okay, let's get into Dragon Ball Z games. What'd y'all think about Ultimate Tenkaichi?
I liked it. I mean, it's not one of my favorite ones, in my opinion, but overall,
I will give it credit that it paved the way for Xenoverse, but otherwise it's a very crappy rock, paper, scissors game.
I really
Blizzard
liked
Spock.
it as a kid to the point where like I had it for my Xbox 360, and the Xbox 360 got stolen. And when I got a PS3, like years later, I got Ultimate Tenkaichi again. So I just really enjoyed it.
oh, here's. I'm
And also, a
remembering
fun fact, there's
good one.
actually two different versions of Ultimate Tenkaichi. One is Ultimate
the Dragon Ball Z
Tenkaichi,
for
and then
Connect.
there's the Connect version, which is buggy as all crap.
AKA flail your arms around and hope you win.
And hope no one is peeking into your living room window thinking, what the hell is wrong with you?
Translation for those who don't understand the Connect, it's the Yamcha version.
Of course.
Well, it can't be the Krillin version. Krillin's the strongest person on the earth.
It's the
And if
Hercules
it was the Krillin version, it probably wouldn't have even made a fucking development.
Yeah, that's the weird
Dude,
thing.
Krillin
Yamcha got a
is
manga.
They don't give Krillin enough credit. He's like the second strongest human in existence.
True.
And yet it's Yamcha that got the manga. That's actually
Or
coming
like-
to English early next year.
Really?
Full-
Or like some
yeah, full
teenager
translated
turned-
version.
The one where like some teenager turned into Yamcha and like changed the course of Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. Had a very strange ending. It's like something out of Marvel.
I read it, but I don't remember it.
Well, let's keep it spoiler free. For
Oh,
those of
there's
you that
no
never
doubt.
even heard of it, it is worth a look at because it is something.
I just remember Yamcha like beating up Vegeta and like reluctantly letting him go because he wanted to get up in that Bulma.
Which he didn't, because he knew Trunks was important.
Yes.
That's only the first chapter, folks. That's not spoilers.
If I
You know,
if I were-
one other Dragon Ball game I remember playing as a kid. So I wondered if you guys have ever played it. Dragon Ball Z Sagas.
That's like infamous for being like the worst thing in existence, but I've never had a chance to play it myself.
Sagas. Was that the one where you run around in a field trying to collect stuff?
Yes.
Like you had
yes,
you had
it
like
is.
free range in the levels or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was thinking of a different one around that same era. I've never played it, but I've seen the gameplay, and I am not impressed.
Aren't all the bosses like impossibly hard?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was...
I can understand the criticism, but I still liked it for what it was trying to be. Though, for shits and giggles, I'm looking up the score, and Jesus Christ,
Oh man, have any of you guys
they're
seen
terrible.
Have any of you guys seen the DS game? It was only released in Japan and Europe. Dragon
Which
Ball
one?
Z Goku Densetsu.
I have not.
It's a card-based RPG, and I've played a little bit of it on an emulator, and from what I've played, it's like really fun.
We never got that?
No, there's an English version of it though, because Europe got it, but US didn't.
Goku Densu. From the Stain Saga to the Cell Saga. Players choose one of 4 main characters. Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta. I can't really tell what the gameplay is. Okay, it almost kind of sounds a little bit like Chain of Memories from the sound of it.
No, it's like turn-based. It's not Chain of Memories. It's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah, the game I was thinking of when he mentioned that was Super Dragon Ball Z, if you guys remember that one.
Oh, for the
Vaguely.
PS2? Yeah, I had that.
That one was actually considered a much better fighting game than Budokai 3 because it actually worked.
As a
It worked on
traditional fighting game.
it worked on full fighting techniques.
It was the most traditional fighting game we had for Dragon Ball Z until Dragon Ball FighterZ.
And fun fact, so far it is the only game in the entire series where you can play as teenage Chi-Chi.
That's true.
Fun fact: you can't play as teenage GT Goten in any game, and it still pisses me off.
Because GT Goten sucks.
No, he doesn't. That's like the coolest design, and I really like it.
He's only cool when he goes into GT Gotenks, which only happened
That
in
doesn't
Heroes.
exist.
It did happen in Heroes, so it does exist. Heck, in Heroes, Teen Gohan went Super Saiyan 3.
What?
Yes, and it was
I
a
didn't
card.
know about that.
It is even in Dokkan on Japan's side. It never came to America because Heroes isn't allowed in America because of stupid licensing.
Man, you know it's a really good Dragon Ball game, Dragon Ball Fusions. Y'all play that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Such
that
good.
was so much
Many
fun.
happy.
To this day, I still have my character fused with Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
The first reaction when I did I'm not even going to tag spoiler because that's not the 5-way fusion. Jesus Christ.
I always love how it always changes depending on which one of your teammates starts the fusion.
Right.
Like if you have Pan do it turns into a girl. Or if you have
Speaking
a
of
Namek
that,
do it, it
I'm
has
gonna-
green skin.
I'm going to load that game back up one of these days.
If I remember correctly, I'm most of the time fused with since the last time I shut the game off with Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, if I remember right.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Oh, I think we got time for another game or two, gentlemen.
We're forgetting the most recent Dragon Ball game. The one that's getting a Switch version very, very soon.
Fighter Z.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Fighters.
I've never played it, but it looks beautiful. It seems
I'm going
amazing. And I want
It is a full traditional fighting game.
Can't fucking wait.
And its release beat out Melee at EVO this past year.
Damn.
It was a more popular game than Melee. That tells you how good this game is. And Arc System went all ham on it. Arc System has made some good games in the past, but this is a crowning achievement. Everything just looks and feels like you're playing the anime. It is something special.
Weren't they behind Extreme Batoden for the 3DS?
They might be. I know they're famous for like the Blaze Blue series.
Yeah, I think they did Extreme Butoden for the 3DS, which looks like it's like
It's a fun
has a
game.
lot
I've
of
played it.
potential.
It has that one actually has some heroes characters in it as support ones. Like you can have Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and Broly as support characters.
Oh, cool.
That's in the free DLC you can download for the game.
I just feel like that game has too many like support characters that should be in the actual roster.
But yeah, they're still updating fighters too. We're supposed to be getting another DLC coming out soon. The next one, so far, the only one announced right now is Cooler.
Ooh.
Final Form Cooler.
Didn't somebody like data mine the game and find 17?
That's right now is the rumor of who's going to be the one releasing alongside him. The last update was Saiyan Saga, Goku, and Vegeta, which everyone was wondering why until they started playing them, and they play much different from the normal Super Saiyan versions or the Super Saiyan Blue versions.
Okay, I find it ridiculous that you have to have a DLC to play as base form Goku. The main character and face of Dragon Ball.
Well, Super Saiyan has kind of become the face. The
I
story
feel like
was actually a lot of fun too, and Android 21 is just she's bae.
She's a minor, dude. Be careful.
Oh, shut your face.
I may have a folder hiding on my desktop. I'm kidding. I don't even have a computer.
She is also coming to Dokkan Battle in the coming months.
Really?
Well, Japan already has her.
Yet?
Oh,
I
that's
assumed
bullshit.
that
Japan,
she was.
she's already released in Japan as a new Android category leader alongside the 17. And there's
Ooh.
2 different versions of her in the game. There's a free-to-play version and a summonable version. And on the cards, it actually says Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There's also a special 16 that came along with that banner, and he has a super attack from the game.
I know I need to
what?
finish off my Android 17 and 18 LR.
If they like continue making DLC for Fighter Z after like the next few, I want Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
That would be awesome. But yeah, for the DLC we've had, the first set was Broly and Bardock. Then we had Vegito Blue and Fused Zamasu. And
How much are the DLCs?
I think they're like $10.
Most of the time. Per character, or like, is it 2?
It's a 2-pack, I believe. Let me check. I can bring
Okay.
up the PlayStation Store. PlayStation.
I say honestly, that's not bad at all. Because I mean, just thinking about fighting game DLC, it's making me think of Pokken Fighters for the Switch when they released Blastoise and Aegislash. You can get the dual pack for $15.
Okay, it's there. You buy them per character for
Sorry,
$5.
did we get a Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z crossover? He just called it Pokken.
Pokken Fighters.
Well, I mean, it would work because Lucario, same voice actor, Mr. Sean Shamel.
No, he's literally Goku in Super Saiyan Brawl. His final smash is a Kamehameha, and he's voiced by Sean Shevel.
Okay, I found them on the PlayStation Store. You buy them per character. They're all $4.99. Or you could do the Fighters Pass, which is $35, and it's basically the season pass. And you just get all the current characters and all the ones that are upcoming.
That again invokes my finish your game and add all the things you want to your game before you start selling the game.
Yeah, well, they do this all the time with fighting games.
We give you
That
your
they do.
$60, and you take that $60 and you give us complete game.
Well, they did
Please.
give us a complete game. Because it does take a lot of time for each of these fighters, because none of them are clones. Not a single one of these characters fights the same, and they're all amazing fighters. They made Yamcha amazing for this game. That tells you something.
They probably
Oh my
used
God.
a Dragon Ball wish to make them decent.
There's
Also, I
literally
love
an
how-
animation when you win with Yamcha against Nappa, where he puts Nappa in the same position he was killed in. He throws a Cyberman back at Nappa and kills him.
That's beautiful. You know, I love how, like, Tien's, like, super attacks are sending his best friend to suicide multiple times over.
Actually, it's only once.
Can you only do it once?
You can only do it once per game.
Okay, that makes sense.
Although his
I love
normal
how
his other attack will take away his health.
I love
So,
how in, like,
so
the
Tien kind of
Tenkaichi
sucks.
games, I love how in the Tenkaichi games, as long as you avoided, like, getting hit again, you could just do it forever all the time.
You just had that one health.
I'm gonna explode. Now I'm gonna explode again. One more time.
You can explode twice?
You could explode all the times.
That was a fun
Oh.
glitch in Tenkaichi 3, where you can actually win against Nappa with Chiaotzu if you're smart about it.
I mean, in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, you can win against anybody with anybody you play as.
I know, that's the fun part of it.
Huh? All right, you guys. Think we should probably wrap it up here. Do you
Wait,
have
I have
any?
another game that we
Oh.
need to talk about real quick.
Okay, last one, buddy.
Okay, we need to talk about Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans for the DS.
Okay,
Have y'all played it?
I played
I
a
never
little
did.
bit of it.
I've been meaning to watch the
Yeah,
TFS playthrough.
Yeah, like turn-based RPG based on Dragon Ball Z. It's the coolest thing. I love it because turn-based RPG is like my favorite genre of video game.
Well, that's okay for you. I can only tolerate it in Pokemon.
Pokemon is like where I mainly play it, but I love others too.
Huh? All right, you guys. I think that is going to close up our topic for the episode. You
Do the outro.
can.
I want to go to bed.
Well, if I cannot be interrupted, I would love to do the outro. Can I continue, Pegasus? Because I'm pretty sure our listeners would want to know where they can find us.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, you can find me at my personal Twitter at RagingGingy. You can also, believe it or not, you can follow the podcast on Twitter. Did you know this, Pegasus?
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
I mean, at first you didn't know that we had a Twitter. But that's besides my point. You can follow us. You can follow the show Twitter at PPAF Podcast. You can join our community Discord, and we'll go ahead and drop the invite link down below for you guys. If you have any comments, concerns, or topic suggestions, you can email the show directly at ppandfpodcast@gmail.com. Pegasus, where can our listeners find you, sir?
Find me on Twitter at Pegasus the Game 1. I make YouTube content, Pegasus the Gamer. I'm on In Our Space We Trust, Pokemon Podcast. Find that where podcasts are found. I'm on Ghost of Gaming Future. Find that on YouTube. And you can also find me in my bed, unconscious.
Pretty sure you don't want listeners to see you there,
Oh god, the
depends.
implications.
right? And Mr. DJ, where can our listeners find you, sir?
At the moment, they can't. But once I start making actual content on YouTube, I will let them know.
Perfect. I mean, you can, of course, get a hold of DJ if you feel the need to in our community Discord. And
Go subscribe to his YouTube channel once you start making things. Do it.
exactly.
Woo!
Well, all right, you guys. This has been Pixel, Polygons, and Fun. I have been your host, Raging Gingy.
I've been Pegasus.
This is DJ Skywalker.
And we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.